The newborn's first challenge begins the moment it leaves the shell. The ground still smells of earth and
This is not a tale of fantasy. This is the forgotten reality of life millions of years ago, the era of dinosaurs.
Unlike sauropods, Triceratops nurture closely. The calf learns quickly to recognize her calls. Deep. Life for young Triceratops dinosaurs begins with hunger, fear, and instinct. They learn through imitation, following parents.
Survival demands strength from day one.
Weeks pass and young dinosaurs grow rapidly. Sauropods gain dozens of kilograms each day.
Young predators like juvenile T-Rex play in mock battles, biting each other gently, learning precision and coordination.
A rash attack leads to injury.
Fear trembles through its chest, but instinct pushes it forward.
For these ancient beings, storms are not simply weather. They are trials that strengthen instinct and unity. The heat of midday intensifies. Young dinosaurs seek shade. A small troodon, one of the cleverest dinosaurs, navigates through the dim forest with bright, watchful eyes. In this vast world of ancient life, dinosaurs form the beating heart of the ecosystem. Farther across the plains, a pack of feathered raptors stalk silently through ferns. Their eyes gleam with... In lush seasons, dense vegetation allows smaller dinosaurs to flourish. Tiny, scientists, millions of years later, uncover the secrets these giants left behind.
Yet even in this devastation, some small creatures endure. Tiny mammals scurry beneath.
Yet even in this devastation, some small creatures endure. Birds, the closest descendants of dinosaurs, take
The Secret Life of Dinosaurs, giants of a forgotten world. The earth trembles beneath colossal footsteps. Dust rises in golden clouds as sunlight cuts through ancient forests that no longer exist. The air is thick, warm, and alive, carrying the distant rumble of creatures so massive, so powerful, that their shadows alone could silence the world. This is not a tale of fantasy. This is the forgotten reality of life millions of years ago. The era of dinosaurs. In vast fern-covered landscapes, herds of towering giants move like living mountains. Their tails sweep the earth, their necks stretch toward skies filled with winged predators, and their low, thunderous calls echo across primeval valleys. Nearby, hunters lurk sharp-eyed, fast, calculating, built by nature for precision and survival. Their presence turns calm plains into battlegrounds where instinct rules and hesitation costs lives. Every creature in this ancient world moves with purpose. Every movement reveals the secrets of evolution long before humans took their first breath. Each moment of survival paints a vivid portrait of struggle, dominance, and raw beauty. Rivers roar louder, forests grow thicker, volcanoes breathe fire into the sky, shaping a world both violent and majestic. But beneath the chaos lies harmony, the balance set by the Creator in every ecosystem, even one we can only witness through the window of imagination and science. The dinosaurs lived, thrived, vanished, yet their story continues to whisper lessons about existence, survival, and the impermanence of life. Welcome to the Secret Life of Dinosaurs. The world awakens under a blazing sun as the ground shakes with the rhythm of gigantic footsteps. A newborn sauropod struggles to stand, its long neck trembling and tiny limbs unsteady. Around it, shadows of adults loom like moving towers, guardians of the ancient plains. The newborn's first challenge begins the moment it leaves the shell. The ground still smells of earth and broken shell fragments, but predators already lurk nearby. Huge herbivores form a protective circle as the infant takes its first steps, stumbling through soft ferns as if learning to walk in a world built for giants. Nearby, a pack of small, feathered raptors watch silently. They sense weakness. They wait for an opportunity. But adult sauropods stand firm, tails sweeping like giant whips that could throw a predator meters away. The newborn presses close to its mother's massive leg, absorbing the vibrations of her low protective hum. Inside dense forests, another species enters the world differently. A young triceratops pushes its way free from a nest dug beneath the canopy of ancient cycads. Its face is tiny compared to the massive frill it will develop one day. The mother rubs her snout against the baby, guiding it toward safety. Unlike sauropods, triceratops nurture closely. The calf learns quickly to recognize her call's deep, resonant sounds that guide it through thick vegetation. The forest is dangerous. Hidden predators stalk the shadows. A newborn Tyrannosaurus rex, no larger than a turkey, chirps for its siblings. They hatch vulnerable, covered in soft, down-like feathers. Their mother, a towering apex predator, stands nearby, scanning for threats. Her presence alone keeps scavengers away. Life for young dinosaurs begins with hunger, fear, and instinct. They learn through imitation, following parents, copying movements, recognizing scents, shapes, and warning calls. Danger is everywhere. Rain falls heavily, turning the ground muddy. The young sauropod struggles, sinking knee-deep in the wet soil. Its mother gently nudges it forward. Survival demands strength from day one. The newborns begin using their senses. Sauropods rely on deep vibrations to detect danger. Triceratops calves use smell and hearing to stick close to their herd. Baby T. Rex sharpen their senses: early sight, smell, and instinct forming the core of their survival. Weeks pass and young dinosaurs grow rapidly. Sauropods gain dozens of kilograms each day, driven by a need to outgrow predators as fast as possible. Triceratops calves learn defensive movements, lowering their heads, bracing their legs, and practicing charges against soft tree trunks. Young predators like juvenile T. Rex play in mock battles, biting each other gently, learning precision and coordination. These games teach them to hunt, how to use their jaws, how to chase, and how to strategize. As seasonal droughts arrive, the young face their hardest challenge. Water holes dry up, predators gather, and herbivores migrate in search of greener lands. The young stumble through long treks, learning the rhythm of migration. During each migration, calves observe the signals adults use: stomping, snorts, vibrations across the ground. These signals guide the herd through volcanic fields, deep valleys, and perilous marshes. Young carnivores follow their mothers through dense forests. Each scent becomes a lesson: the smell of prey, danger, rotting vegetation, and territorial markers left by rival predators. Frame 15. The growing dinosaurs begin discovering their strength. Sauropods learn to swing their tails like massive whips. Triceratops discover the power of their budding horns. Juvenile T-Rex test their bite forces on bones and fallen logs. Frame 16. These early years prepare them for adulthood in a land where survival depends on awareness, instinct, and constant adaptation. As the giant sun sets, the young settle beside their herds. Safety comes from numbers, structure, and collective vigilance. Even in this prehistoric world, every birth, every struggle, and every survival is part of a perfect natural balance set in motion long before humans walked the earth. From fragile eggs to determined juveniles, the young dinosaurs reveal a truth as ancient as life itself. Every creature is born with purpose, challenges, and a path designed by the Creator. The sun rises over the prehistoric plains, casting long golden beams through a landscape alive with motion and sound. Herds thunder in the distance, winged creatures glide overhead, and deep within this ancient world, young dinosaurs begin their daily struggle to grow, survive, and carve their place in the harsh order of nature. Every moment matters here. Every decision shapes destiny. In the heart of a fern-filled valley, a young Triceratops pushes its way through dense foliage. Its small horns are still blunt, its frill soft and flexible, yet its instincts are awakening. Each scent carried on the wind is a message. Each vibration under the soil is a warning. Even the crunch of leaves beneath its feet becomes part of its early education. Survival is not a lesson taught once, it is learned every moment through observation, repetition, and instinct. Nearby, a juvenile Allosaurus stalks silently between towering cycads. It moves with the cautious grace of a student watching the footsteps of ancient masters. Its claws flex. Its tail sways in perfect balance. The air hums with the electricity of focus. Every rustle could be prey or predator. In this age, no creature is ever truly safe. A group of young hadrosaurs wade into a shallow stream. Their voices echo softly as they communicate with chirps and low frequencies. These peaceful herbivores have learned the importance of staying in groups. Safety exists in numbers, not strength. Their mothers watch with alert eyes, scanning the tree line for any sign of danger. Even the brief act of drinking water is a calculated risk. On a rocky ledge, a young pteranodon spreads its wings, testing the wind. Fear trembles through its chest, but instinct pushes it forward. With one determined leap, it launches into the sky. For a moment, it falls. Then the wind catches its wings. Balance comes. Confidence follows. Flight becomes freedom. Below, its siblings watch, understanding that their turn will soon come. The prehistoric night leaves behind tracks and trails that tell stories. A juvenile Stegosaurus follows the footprints of adults, mimicking their movements, learning which plants to avoid and which paths are safest. Its tail spikes, once tiny and useless, begin to develop strength. Muscles harden. Coordination improves. The world demands growth, and the young meet its demands through resilience. Even the predators face challenges. A young Tyrannosaurus roams alone, separated from its mother for the first time. Hunger sharpens its senses. It learns that power alone is not enough. Timing, strategy, and patience matter more. A careless movement alerts prey. A rash attack leads to injury. With each failed attempt, wisdom grows. The wilderness is the greatest teacher. Rain begins to fall across the marshlands, turning soil into thick mud. Small dinosaurs slip and scramble, using the storm as a lesson in balance and adaptability. Larger species take shelter among giant trees whose roots form natural caves. Thunder rumbles, lightning flashes. For these ancient beings, storms are not simply weather, they are trials that strengthen instinct and unity. As the sky clears, young dinosaurs emerge cautiously. The scent of wet earth is rich with clues. Footprints soften. Water pools in fresh dips in the ground. Predators roam with confidence after the rain, knowing weakened prey may fall behind the herd. The young must keep their senses sharp, for danger rises with opportunity. A group of juvenile raptors gathers beneath a fallen log. They practice coordinated movements, mimicking adult hunting formations. One leads, the others follow. They switch positions, learning roles. Each mistake is corrected with quick nudges or sharp chirps. Their intelligence becomes their greatest asset, turning teamwork into a weapon more powerful than size. At the banks of a wide lake, a young sauropod attempts to drink. Its long neck trembles from exhaustion after hours of walking with its herd. Though massive compared to many predators, it is still a child in the eyes of this ancient world. Its mother nudges it gently, encouraging it to stay close. A single moment of separation could be deadly. Crocodilian giants lurk beneath the surface, ready to strike. The heat of midday intensifies. Young dinosaurs seek shade, learning the importance of energy conservation. Some pant through open mouths, others move toward cooler ground. These instincts are not taught through language, they are inscribed within creation, programmed into every heartbeat, guiding each creature through the complexities of existence. Across the plains, dust rises as two adolescent ceratopsians clash in a ritual of strength. Their horns lock, their muscles strain. This is not aggression born of hatred, but practice for future battles. Challenges that determine leadership, territory, and mating rights. The elders watch, understanding that growth requires struggle. Even peaceful species must learn the language of warning. A young ankylosaurus swings its tail, testing its range of movement. Its armored plates glisten under the sunlight, but protection alone is never enough. It must learn when to stand firm and when to flee. Wisdom develops not in safety, but in the face of threat. As evening approaches, the world transforms. Shadows lengthen, the air cools, nocturnal predators awaken. Young dinosaurs gather near their elders, learning the rhythms of day and night. Some species sleep in clusters, using warmth and proximity as shields. Others remain alert, knowing that darkness belongs to the hunters. A small trudon, one of the cleverest dinosaurs, navigates through the dim forest with bright, watchful eyes. Its brain, larger than most creatures of its size, helps it solve problems quickly. It learns which insects glow in the dark, which plants conceal traps, and which sounds indicate safety or danger. Intelligence becomes its anchor in a world that changes with every heartbeat. Night wraps the land in mystery. Stars shimmer above the dense canopy. Volcanoes glow faintly on distant horizons. The young rest, gathering strength for another cycle of survival. Every day teaches them discipline, adaptation, and courage. Their world is harsh, unpredictable, and filled with trials, yet every young dinosaur carries within it the potential to thrive. Through these early lessons, nature shapes them into the giants, hunters, guardians, and survivors they are destined to become. The late afternoon sun bleeds across the prehistoric plains, turning dust into gold and shadows into stretching silhouettes. Herds of massive herbivores move slowly across a landscape ruled not by humans, but by giants whose footsteps shake the earth itself. In this vast world of ancient life, dinosaurs form the beating heart of the ecosystem, each species playing a precise and irreplaceable role in the balance of survival. A colossal sauropod grazes among towering trees, its long neck sweeping across branches like a living crane. Leaves disappear in rhythmic motions as its massive lungs expand, pulling in warm prehistoric air. Its size alone shapes the forest, trampling undergrowth and opening paths for smaller creatures. The ground beneath its feet becomes fertile as its weight churns the soil, creating new pockets for seeds to settle. This giant, peaceful and slow, is a gardener of the ancient world, maintaining landscapes in ways invisible yet essential. Nearby, a herd of triceratops moves like armored tanks across the terrain. Their horns glisten as sunlight dances across their ridged frills. These herbivores protect the plains from overgrown vegetation, grazing in large numbers and creating natural fire breaks. Their constant movement keeps predators on alert and prevents any single species from dominating the grasslands. Even their footprints collect water, becoming small pools where amphibians thrive. Every step shapes life, but the balance is never guaranteed. A shadow passes overhead, the unmistakable silhouette of a flying pterosaur. It circles the herd, scanning for signs of vulnerability. These flying reptiles act as both scavengers and hunters, ready to seize opportunities, but also prepared to warn the land-bound predators of nearby activity. Their very presence regulates competition among species, forcing each creature to remain vigilant. Farther across the plains, a pack of feathered raptors stalks silently through ferns. Their eyes gleam with calculated intelligence, studying movement patterns, anticipating reactions. They are the strategists of the ancient world, small but deadly, functioning as the population controllers of weaker or diseased animals. Without predators, herbivores would consume the land to exhaustion. Without herbivores, vegetation would choke the very air. Dinosaurs maintain the harmony of life by simply fulfilling their designed roles. A Tyrannosaurus rex dominates the horizon, towering above bushes as it surveys its territory. Its presence alone is enough to send smaller predators scattering like leaves in a storm. Contrary to popular belief, the T-Rex is not a mindless killer. It hunts with precision, eliminates the sick and injured, and in doing so strengthens the prey species. Carcasses left behind feed scavengers, insects, and microorganisms, ensuring nothing goes to waste. Even death becomes part of the cycle, giving life another chance. Rain clouds gather, sending a fresh scent through the air. Dinosaurs begin to shift locations, following instincts older than mountains. Some migrate to higher land, others stay near water sources. Rivers, fed by ancient rains, form the life veins of this world, drawing together predators, herbivores, and scavengers alike. At the riverbank, long-crested Parasaurolophus call out, using deep resonating sounds that skim across the surface of the water. Communication becomes an instrument of survival, warning of floods, predators, and changing climates. The land transforms with every season. During dry spells, dust storms sweep across the plains. Herbivores travel in enormous groups, hundreds moving together to find fresh grazing grounds. Their migration shapes valleys, levels, uneven soil, and spreads seeds across miles, ensuring the continuation of forests and grasslands. Predators follow from a distance, not hunting constantly, but waiting for the weak, the elderly, or the dehydrated to falter. The ecosystem moves like a massive, breathing machine, every gear interconnected. In lush seasons, dense vegetation allows smaller dinosaurs to flourish. Tiny, bird-like Compsognathus scurry under ferns, picking insects off leaves. These miniature predators prevent pests from overwhelming the forests. Ornithomimids, fast and agile, eat fruits and scatter seeds through their droppings. They become living gardeners, spreading new life across the land. Every creature, no matter its size, carries the weight of ecological responsibility. Storms reshape the world in a single night. Lightning ignites dry brush, sending flames racing across the plains. Yet even fires play a role in renewal, clearing dead vegetation, enriching the soil, and inviting pioneer plants to take root. Herbivores return soon after, grazing on the fresh sprouts. The cycle continues, ancient and unbroken. In this prehistoric world, danger is constant. Floods sweep away entire nests. Volcanic eruptions send ash into the sky. Earthquakes fracture valleys, but dinosaurs endure, adapting generation after generation. Their survival becomes a testament to resilience, persistence, and the remarkable design of nature's system. Scientists, millions of years later, uncover the secrets these giants left behind. Fossils reveal growth rings and bones, showing how some dinosaurs grew rapidly while others matured slowly. One discovery uncovers evidence that certain species cared for their young, protecting nests and feeding hatchlings long after birth. Another fossil reveals healed wounds, proof that dinosaurs survived injuries and continued living full lives. These findings reshape our understanding of prehistoric life, revealing compassion, cooperation, and social structures that once seemed impossible. Many dinosaurs traveled in massive herds for safety. Some species communicated in frequencies beyond human hearing. Others developed armor, horns, frills, and camouflage, perfectly tailored to their environments. Every adaptation was intentional, every trait purposeful. Humans, living millions of years after these extraordinary creatures, benefit from their ancient existence. Their fossils help us understand climate patterns, geological shifts, evolutionary principles, and even medical insights into bone growth and healing. Dinosaurs improve scientific knowledge, inspire engineering designs, influence architecture, and spark curiosity in countless fields. The world they helped shape still impacts ecosystems today, from soil composition to mineral distribution. But the greatest gift dinosaurs leave behind is perspective. Life changes, species rise and fall, and the earth evolves constantly. No creature, no matter how mighty, escapes the laws of nature. Their disappearance, likely triggered by catastrophic events, reminds us how fragile existence truly is. A single shift in climate, a massive impact, or a chain of volcanic eruptions can alter the course of life forever. Dinosaurs teach us humility. Despite their power, they could not control fate. As this chapter closes, the ancient world breathes with life and purpose. The dinosaurs, massive or tiny, peaceful or fierce, shape the land with every step, roar, and breath. Their existence becomes a symphony of balance, a reminder that nature thrives not through chaos, but through harmony, precision, and divine wisdom woven into every corner of creation. The final age of the dinosaurs unfolds beneath the darkening sky, where colossal shapes move slowly across a fading world. A massive old sauropod drags its heavy tail through the dust, each step slower than the last. Its once towering neck now trembles under the weight of years. Joints stiffen, eyesight weakens, and instincts that once protected it now struggle to keep pace with younger, stronger members of the herd. Age has transformed the mighty titan into a quiet wanderer drifting at the edge of its group, seeking softer vegetation and safer paths. Nearby, a lone Triceratops matriarch lowers her head into a shallow pool, ripples distorting the reflection of her aging horns. Once sharp and proud, they now show deep cracks from decades of battles and territorial defense. Younger dinosaurs respectfully keep their distance. Age commands a different kind of authority, carved not by dominance, but by endurance. She remembers migrations, storms, predators, and seasons that tested her lineage. Every scar on her armored frill holds a memory of survival. Over the horizon, a pair of raptors move with calculated precision. Among them is an elder who no longer hunts at the front, but teaches with subtle gestures. Though speed has left his limbs, wisdom remains sharp. Younger raptors watch him carefully, how he studies wind direction, how he anticipates danger, how he chooses a target before the chase begins. Knowledge becomes inheritance, shared silently from one generation to the next. Life slowly circles back toward its beginning when reproduction shapes the next era of the landscape. In a hidden grove, a female hadrosaur prepares her nesting ground. She uses her strong hind legs to scrape soft earth, shaping a cradle for the future. The air is warm, thick with the scent of vegetation and the distant calls of predators. She lays her eggs gently, covering them with carefully arranged leaves to protect them from sudden storms and cold nights. Motherhood demands vigilance. She rarely sleeps deeply, listening constantly for danger. Across the plains, a Tyrannosaurus female performs a similar ritual, but her approach is different. She selects a nesting site atop a slightly elevated mound to keep her eggs above rising water. She circles the area repeatedly, marking her territory with low, vibrating growls that warn others to stay away. Even the most fearsome predator becomes vulnerable during these weeks, for a mother guarding eggs is bound to one place. The jungle watches, silent and unforgiving. Eggs crack open with delicate sounds that barely reach the air. Newborns emerge into a world too vast, too violent, too unpredictable. Some dinosaurs offer constant protection. Others leave their young to fate. Tiny hatchlings stumble through undergrowth, calling for their mothers. Some find warmth and guidance, while others vanish into the jaws of ancient hunters. In this world, life and death share borders as thin as a leaf. Storm clouds gather over the horizon as if foreshadowing the coming shift in Earth's history. Lightning splits the sky, illuminating herds that run for safety. Torrential rains carve new rivers through the land, flooding nesting grounds and sweeping away fragile beginnings. Dinosaurs adapt quickly, seeking higher ground, forming tighter herds, strengthening their communal defenses. Unity becomes a shield against nature's unpredictable wrath, yet storms are not their greatest threat. Deep within the earth, unseen forces prepare a transformation. Volcanoes begin to erupt with terrifying power. Ash pillars rise into the sky, spreading darkness across vast regions. Forests burn, skies dim, temperatures shift rapidly. Dinosaurs wander through unfamiliar landscapes, confused by the changing climate. Food becomes scarce, competition intensifies. Some starve, while others migrate in desperate search of sustenance. Even the mightiest predators suffer. A Tyrannosaurus struggles to find prey in an ash-coated forest. Her roars weak with hunger. Raptors adapt more quickly, hunting smaller creatures, scavenging when necessary. Herbivores travel great distances, their once lush feeding grounds now barren. Footprints become trails of survival carved across a dying world. And then, one day, a brightness appears in the sky brighter than anything life on Earth had ever witnessed. A distant star streaks downward with the tail of fire. Animals look upward, sensing a danger beyond instinct, beyond comprehension. For a moment, time freezes. The impact shatters the world. A booming explosion radiates outward, leveling forests, boiling oceans, and sending shockwaves through every continent. Firestorms race across the land. A massive cloud of dust rises, blotting out the sun. Darkness envelops the world for months. Plants wither, ecosystems collapse. With vegetation gone, herbivores die first. Predators follow soon after. The age of dinosaurs reaches its final chapter. Yet even in this devastation, some small creatures endure. Tiny mammals scurry beneath fallen logs. Birds, the closest descendants of dinosaurs, take shelter in hidden valleys. Life bends but does not break. The Earth shifts into a new era, shaped by survival, adaptation, and divine order that governs all existence. Millions of years later, humans uncover bones beneath stone and sand. Fossils whisper stories of worlds that once flourished. Scientists study the patterns of extinction, learning how climate, environment, and catastrophe reshape life. Museums display skeletons that stretch across entire halls, silent testimonies of a world forgotten yet preserved by the Creator's design. Dinosaurs, though long gone, continue to guide human knowledge. Their fossils reveal ancient climates, geological movements, evolution of species, and lessons about survival. They teach humanity that everything rises and falls by a divine decree. Nothing lasts forever, not even giants who once ruled the earth. Their extinction becomes one of history's greatest reminders. Power does not guarantee permanence, size does not ensure survival, and the world can change within a single moment. They lived, thrived, declined, and vanished, each stage a revelation of the precision woven into creation. The story of dinosaurs, their rise, their dominance, and their extinction, reminds us that no being, no matter how powerful, is beyond the decree of Allah. Strength, size, intelligence, and dominance cannot protect any creature from the changes destined for it. Their world collapsed not through their weakness, but through the command of the Creator, showing us that everything in existence depends solely on Allah's will. Their lives teach patience, survival, adaptation, and humility. Their extinction teaches responsibility, gratitude, and awareness of our temporary journey. If this documentary inspired you and deepened your appreciation for Allah's magnificent creation, make sure to subscribe to Animalscope Network. Join us as we continue exploring the hidden wonders of the natural world, one creature, one story, and one powerful lesson at a time.